The No Fate channel, checking in. On today's episode of the supplement review, I have what could be possibly the highest stimmed pre-workout to ever be made. Ever. Not just ever be reviewed by me, but to ever be made. Today I am reviewing from Apollon Nutrition.com. I'm reviewing their Assassin pre-workout version 6.5. That's right, that's their newest, latest, greatest version, the one that is so powerful that TJ over at Fitness Deal News was able to officially put his stamp of approval on it. He slapped his face right on the bottle. That's how potent this bad boy is. But let's just slow down for half a second. If this is your first time to the channel, or if you've been waiting for that right time, now's the time. Hit that subscribe button down below. On this series, I review a supplement on every episode to help you decide if it's right for your fitness goals, your health needs, and most importantly, your hard-earned money. I'm going to do this pre-workout review a bit backwards than my normal pre-workouts. Obviously, oftentimes I get the bottle, I put it up here, it's aesthetically pleasing, I'm able to hold it and kind of move it around the video. I don't have the bottle. Garage Gym Homie, a guy that is putting out great, honest supplement reviews, sent me over 3 full-size samples, and I got to give him a huge thank you. I'm going to link his information in the description of this video. I'm going to start off today talking about the effects. Normally I put it at the end, but listen, I'm going to talk about the effects of this crazy pre-workout. Now it's named Assassin, and when we think of Assassin, we think of like Assassin's Creed, kind of tiptoeing through windows, stuff. This thing should be called SWAT because it kicks in the front door and it just starts racking up body counts. And frankly, before it's all done, it burns the house down. Now, I will tell you right now, I have used this 3 times. I used it at a half a scoop, I used it at 3/4 of a scoop, and I tried to use it at a full scoop, and I weighed it out. I almost never weigh out my pre-workouts. I only do so when they're high stim, and on this one, I weighed it out as accurately as I could. This thing is absolutely crazy. Crazy. It is by far at 1 full dose. We're going to talk about 1 dose and then we're going to talk about my preferred dosage. At 1 full dose, it's too much for me. It's probably too much for 99% of the people watching this video. I mean, the energy level is through the roof. Your heart rate is so high. You get the sweats from the Alpha Yo, and it is just insanity. It is insanity. I honestly don't know who can take a full scoop of this pre-workout and get an effective workout in. I'm assuming that they're out there. I know some people have taken some crazy stuff. I'm just not it. At 1 scoop, it almost put me down for the count in terms of trying to get anything done in my home gym, let alone forget cardio, forget circuit training, forget any of that high heart rate stuff, because my heart rate was like just in a different land. It was in a different realm. It was just so crazy. So let's talk more about the practical uses for this. For those of you who like high stims, I'm going to talk to you about half a serving. Don't let your egos take over. At half a serving, this is probably still one of, if not the highest stim pre-workout I have ever taken at half a serving. And at half a serving, that's really my sweet spot where I was able to enjoy the high stims, recognize that it was still high stim for me, but get all the benefits. I was able to get that crazy focus that this thing delivers. I mean, absolutely great mind-muscle connection, awesome focus, solid pumps. Even at that half dosage, it was still good pumps, in part because my heart rate was so high. I was warm. I mean, I work out in my basement in the morning. I did, on the days that I used Apollon Nutrition's Assassin version 6.5, I didn't turn on the heat. I have heaters down here. I didn't bother turning them on. My body heart rate and heat was through the roof. I was down in a short sleeve shirt down here in the middle of the winter time, just trying to stay cool because I was just so overloaded. This thing does deliver on its high stim moniker, but again, this thing is like a whole SWAT team, kicking down your front door, dropping anything that moves and just burning the house down. This thing is ridiculous in terms of energy. And for many of you, a half a serving is going to be above and beyond what you could possibly hope to tolerate. Assassin 6.5 ingredients panel is exactly what you would expect from Apollon Nutrition. Everything is over-delivered. I'm only going to go through the energy portion, but I will put the whole list right up here. I'm only going to go through the energy because I know so many of you want your faces melted, you want to nuke the fridge, you want to jump the shark, you want to chase that dragon, and you want to dip your toe in the devil's dandruff, and this is going to be it. For caffeine and hydrous, that fast-acting caffeine, 500 milligrams. That's like 5 cups of coffee. Boom. They got the longer version of caffeine, the longer acting version to extend this horrific nightmare of a high stim pre-workout. All the way, dicaffeine malate, another 100 grams. So that's 600 grams of caffeine alone. To pair with caffeine, they've got teocrine at 120 milligrams. They've got to boost that metabolism to get you so warm, you got to stick your head out in the wintertime outside to cool down. Isopropanol synephrine at 60 milligrams. I know I pronounced it wrong. Rob's going to comment below that I don't know what I'm talking about, and he's absolutely right. Please don't kick me in the crotch, Rob. We get it. We get it. You know what you're talking about. And then we've got Alpha Yo at 2.5 milligrams. Whew. This thing is ridiculous with regards to energy. All right, now this is a special collaboration with TJ. He's never collaborated with anyone before. He put his name and picture on the bottle. What's different between 6.5 and 6? Apparently nothing. And I listened to his video, he broke it down. They didn't actually change any of the ingredients because as far as he's concerned, labels are just labels. What they did is they apparently went out and found the best versions of these ingredients so that this ingredients panel kicks even harder, even heavier than the 6.0 version. I haven't tried any of the previous versions. People happen to love them, and I can see why, because if you want high stim, this is it. This is like putting yourself in a microwave and just turning it on. This thing is like sticking yourself in a sauna and just not being able to ever leave. This thing is ridiculous. So let's quickly talk about cost and some of the downsides of this pre-workout, in my opinion. So first and foremost, cost. You head over to ApollonNutrition.com and you use my code NOFATE247. They hate me at Apollon Nutrition. I've said nothing but great things about their company and their products. For some reason, they think I've got it out for them. They hate me. I'll tell you right now, they've got good products, good company, and for some reason, they still have my coupon code NOFATE247. So save yourself some money. This brings it down to about $2.75 per serving. Is that overpriced for a pre-workout? I mean, compared to the rest of the competition, yes, it's high price, but compared to what they're delivering, hey man, you're getting what you pay for. If you want high stims, $2.70 is nothing compared to the amount of cups of coffee you would need to even come close to Apollon Nutrition's Assassin. So $2.75 is high, but listen, if you're buying this stuff, you don't care about the price. You are looking for crazy, crazy stims. Do I think this is a great product? Sure. If you want high stims, this is a crazy, amazing product. It's probably the highest stim pre-workout I've ever even thought of trying. What's the downside? Okay, let's come back down to reality. Let's just slow it down just a little bit. If you are looking for really good workouts, and I mean like high intensity, pushing heavy weight, good turnover between sets, I just don't know who can use this at more than half a serving and still get those great workouts in. I know they're out there. I know TJ is eating Assassin for breakfast. He's chasing it down with the Rain energy drink, and then he's going to get his workout in. But there's very few and far between. For most people, if you get a bottle of this, you are going to be sharing it with your friends because it's going to take you forever to get through it. It is some powerful stuff. People love it for a good reason, but all I would say is if you really want to try this out, split it with your buddies, okay? Get a few friends, do it together, go down that rabbit hole together, and God bless you, because this thing is going to just rock your world. This thing is going to just send you into a whole nother realm. This thing is going to kick down your front door and probably give you what you perceive as a heart attack if you don't carefully scoop it into your mixing bottle. Let's talk about another negative. Taste. What's the flavor?
And the flavor is fuck you flavors. That's the flavor.
Who cares what the flavor is? Listen, TJ literally named this flavor Who Cares. Clearly, when you put all these ingredients in, it's going to be extremely hard to mask the flavor. And I would say that if you get this, you're not getting it for the flavor. We know it doesn't taste good, but it's a high stim pre-workout. Very few high stim pre-workouts actually taste good. Mix this thing strong, shoot it back, and just ride it out. This thing is like a roller coaster that never wants to end. It is just a roller coaster that just keeps dropping and dropping and dropping. Hey, listen, man, if you want a high stim pre-workout, this is a great one. This one will do everything you could want if you want a high stim pre-workout. But be careful what you ask for, because sometimes you get that high stim pre-workout and you are going to just be laying on the gym floor for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. This thing kicks in. For me, it kicked in about 15 minutes, and I just started feeling it. It probably hit top speed at 30 minutes for me, and it just lasted like 3.5 to 4 hours. There wasn't much of a crash because the energy was just so high. I just wanted it to end, and it just wouldn't. So there wasn't a crash, just the energy just wouldn't slow down. I mean, I literally had the heat off in my house for probably half a day after taking this stuff. I did end up using it 3 times, once at the full dose, once at the half dose, once at the 3/4 dose. Listen, I would recommend if you get this, start with the half dose. Don't be that guy, that hardo that's like, I'm going to do a full dose first time out. You're not going to like how that story ends. Start with a half a dose and work your way up gradually. Half, 3/4 full. Listen, Assassin 6.5, you know it's a good pre-workout because it's got TJ's face on the side of it. Also, you know it's good because it's Apollon Nutrition. They put some great stuff together. Big fan of their Hooligan, big fan of their protein. Listen, big fan of their Kumite, their Enigma. They got some great products together. They don't like me, but I love them. And Rob, I know you're watching this. I love you too, Rob. Listen, great product. You want high stim, you're not going to get higher stim than Assassin 6.5. Boom, we're done. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you came this far in the video, thank you for watching. Don't save anything for the trip back.
This channel is dedicated to my life as a father of 2 wonderful children, and it centers around health, fitness, and all of the tricks and tribulations that I go through to try to be a great parent to my children and still accomplish my own personal goals.